Yes, my name is Anthony Osayesibe from Ghana, and I'm the coordinator for the Cali Charismatic Renewal since 1991. And in Ghana, we have over 1,500 prayer groups spread all over the various parishes in the country. And we run a national formation and service center where we train our prayer group leaders and other key leaders. Personally, we've been struggling since the inception of the renewal with how to really minister deliverance. And in 27, the Renewal Ministries brought Father Francis from Canada. And as he saw us struggle, and for us, it was more like a battle when it came to our deliverance. And he realized that he could introduce us to the Unbound model. So in 27, we held a Pan-African conference in Ghana, and he was able to mobilize the books for all the over 2,000 participants coming from over 22 countries of Africa. And it was the first time that personally I got to know Unbound. And when I read the book and realized how effective Unbound was, I went all out and made every effort to be able to bring it to Ghana. So we invited Heart of the Fathers Ministry, and they came to Ghana and then introduced us to Unbound. Personally, I had fears in my life, and as I was ministered onto, I felt some freedom in me. And for the first time in my life, I could experience that inner peace that the Lord gives us. So with all the resources that we had, we needed to really adapt this Unbound model, because it was very, very effective as we started using it. Ghana has had a number of visits from the Heart of the Father Ministries, and we are very grateful to God for what it has done to us, all the visits that they have brought to us. Personally, I've realized that the effective use of the Unbound model is so effective that the hierarchy in Ghana has accepted to use that model. So the Unbound model has become the main resource material for our healing and deliverance ministry. In fact, the center is involved in yearly training key pastoral agents. So far, from our records, we've trained about 120 priests with the Unbound model. And one of the priests was convinced that this is a very good pastoral tool. So when he went back, he introduced Unbound to his entire parish. In fact, it is a parish of over 10 different languages. But he managed to have facilitators for the various language groups and introduce Unbound model into his parish. And we say to the glory of God that presently we have teams in that parish that are being trained so that they can minister Unbound effectively. We are reaching out to also major seminaries. We first introduced Unbound by donating books to the 5 major seminaries that we have in Ghana. And our team visited, but on long vacation, we brought major seminarians to our center. And most of them, over 400, have been trained in the Unbound model. One priest who has now become a bishop of a diocese was so convinced that Unbound is the effective tool to use in the Deliverance. So he has wholeheartedly adapted it in his diocese. Over 800 catechists, prayer group leaders, and community leaders have gone through Unbound course. And presently, we are mobilizing in such a way that we'll be able to raise teams in the various provinces and dioceses so that Unbound model will become the model that will be used in the country. We have various testimonies that, if time will permit, I will share a few. Personally, my wife and I are involved in preparing young adults for marriage. And we realize that candidates who are ready for marriage, we use the Unbound tool to really prepare them so that the broken homes and the fears that they are coming from, they will not enter their marriage with similar challenges. And we say to the glory of God that all the marriages that we have helped with the Unbound are now vibrant. And since we started this using the Unbound, we have not heard of any divorce being filed and etc. A medical student had a problem with masturbation. And one time he came to me and said that this problem is affecting my profession. And I am struggling because I cannot face the opposite sex. And because of my profession, if I don't do anything about it, I might end up losing even my job as a medical doctor in the future. I journeyed with him, went into his past, and as I ministered the Unbound, the 5 keys, and prayed with him, he came back a few days and said that I am free. I am free. I don't have the edge anymore. Some seminarians have also testified after going through with the 5 keys. One said, this is a very much appreciable, the impact of Unbound has actually brought a relief into my personal life. And I hope to help others experience this relief. Another one also said, much has been learned from this practical session of Unbound. It has really deepened my Catholic faith. I can attest this Deliverance model as the most ideal. So these are some of the things that people who have gone through Unbound testified. As we look at the future, we realize that the Catholic Church in Ghana seems to accept this model as a model that is very effective and simple to use. So we need to get our acts together and be able to raise teams in every parish, in every diocese, so that the Unbound model can become an acceptable model everywhere as we, with the coming years. We are very grateful to the Heart of the Father Ministries for bringing us books and resources to be able to adapt Unbound model in Ghana. May the good Lord bless you for what you have done to us. Amen.